That's right. Everybody wants to know, and here we have it. John's top 4 favorite movies. I'm going to correct John. The last segment didn't stink. It was amazing. But this is your segment. You talk us through this, and then Cameron and I get to kill or keep it. Go.
Okay.
Great list, by the way. I'm just going to say my impressions, great list.
Okay. Thank you.
Go ahead.
I'd say the top so this is in order. The Passion, number 1. The Song of Bernadette, 1 against A Hidden Life, because it's number 2 and number 3. And then A Man Escaped is, for me, so the top 3 is, I'd say, I believe objectively the 3 best movies ever made. And then the 4th I just brought in as a personal kind of like, that one's more of a favorite 4th. It's not like if you pushed me objectively on some other movies, like A Man for All Seasons, I could, probably better. But I'd say it's top 10, and I wanted to bring attention to A Man Escaped. I think it's awesome. So that's why I brought it as number 4. People should watch it.
It's almost like your top 3 favorite movies and then an honorable mention, kind of like that.
I think it's the best 3 ever made. And then a top 10 ever made who I wanted to bring in.
Of these 4 movies that you picked, which is a solid top 4, which one do you want to talk about first? Like, which is the one that's like, I really want to talk about this movie?
Well, I'll just go in order real quick. So The Passion, I think, is the best movie ever made objectively. It tells the most important story ever. And I think it nails it. I think it's the closest we've ever had to scripture on film. We had scripture on paintings, stained glass, sculptures, music. And I think this is the closest we've gotten to the scriptures on film. Jim Caviezel is probably the best performance ever had given by an actor. It inspires devotion, like it's sacred art. That one thing I kind of liked that I thought, I was like, oh, that's cool. And I realized this, maybe it's not 100% right or theologically or whatever, but it's like, this is a unique movie. Maybe some other Jesus movies do that, but it's maybe the only movie, or one of the only movies, in which what happens to the main character as you're watching it is only happens because of every person in the audience while they're watching it. The only reason the main character is going through this is because of you as you're watching it. That doesn't happen in any fictional movie. Right. It's impossible. It doesn't happen to real life movies because the people in the audience are not like each one directly responsible and related to it. And I guess other Jesus movies, you could say that, but The Passion, because it's about the passion and what he's suffering because of us in the room, that just packs the punch, the gravity, the depth, that you just can't do it. And then if he had done it wrong, it would have been really, really bad. Or if he had done it a little wrong, it just would knock it out that much. There's a lot of weight going there. I think he completely nails it. And I don't think there's an argument to be made that there's a movie better than that. If you're talking about truth, goodness, and beauty, it doesn't get better than that. The Song of Bernadette is what I say. I think it's the most specifically Catholic movie I've ever seen. Obviously, The Passion of the Christ is 100% Catholic. There's nothing in The Passion that isn't Catholic, and that's great. But I'm talking about, like, a lot of Protestants can watch, or Orthodox can watch The Passion and have no problem with it. The Song of Bernadette is just so specifically Catholic. I'm always so shocked by how Catholic it is. It's just relentlessly Catholic. It gets into all Catholic. It's Marian.
Relentlessly Catholic.
Yeah, it doesn't shy away at all. Like it's shocking how it doesn't. Like it doesn't even like go and just be like, Mary. She was the mother. It says,
"I am the Immaculate Conception." It doesn't even say what that is.
The priests are heroes. The catechesis is very Catholic, and the fact that she becomes a nun, and that's good, and it's not. And then the fact, even the smaller things, like the boy who likes her says, I'm just gonna be, a virgin. I'm gonna be a consecrated virgin, not even like a religion. Like that was awesome. Catholic. That's not awesome. A thing that happens. Yeah. Like that's a Catholic thing to do. The Holy, like just, and then I think it has the best prayer scene in cinema with the nun, like that. So Alfred Hitchcock, I think, said, at least they say he said it, but that there are two things you can't film effectively. It's the marital act and prayer, even though he did film prayer and did okay, I think, but not like this. This is real prayer. Like it cuts you like to the core. It just like the two lesser movies could be made with a nun character. One, the more obvious one that Hollywood would make that character be. It's like in the beginning, she says through suffering, like Cameron said, and that's just a rigid character who's gonna realize that that's not true. Come on, you don't need, that's so rigid and old timey and like it's not like this anymore. Or you can make the movie that's like, yeah, look at like, that's true. The like really like intense suffering, and then she's just right, and you know that she's vindicated. And this movie is what? Truly Catholic. It just goes to the truth in
100%.
the middle.
It's a synthesis.
It's not heretical. It doesn't pick it goes like she's right, but there's something wrong with her.
Yeah, exactly. Right. She's right, but
like
there's something wrong with her.
It's crazy that this Hollywood movie from the 40s, right?
Yeah, 43. Yep.
This Hollywood movie from this era that everything was, made like it was a little more simple and black and white and not always so deep. That they get to this nuance of Catholic theology. Like I could be seeing that stuff on Divine Intimacy, the book. It's like this lady, like the way she prays, the nun, like the way she gets on her knees and she's like, I like just Lord help me help me serve this soul, like that's what I want to do. And the nuance of like, yes, it is about suffering, but you can't do it exactly this way. You can't be bitter and high and mighty about it.
Super nuanced.
It's like it gets into like this awesome theology, like that help. Like how many people can be helped with it? Like an amazing like saintly cardinal can be helped by an insight like that. That's something.
That's right.
No one can say like, that movie just was too basic for me where I am spiritual. No, it's like, okay, are you Saint Bernadette? If you're not, then you have something to get better here, like.
Well said.
That movie is just, it doesn't like a lot of the times filmmaking wise. So one thing I should clarify from the previous episode, I think you maybe misunderstood that what I was saying, that the way you rate movies is just by the truth, like what it says, and that's it. If a movie says something more true, that's all it is. But you have to take into account the beauty part, which is not just how pretty it is, but how well the film is made. And that's the hardest one, I think, to talk about and to evaluate. It's objective, but taste goes a lot into it. Experience goes a lot into it. And like I'm starting out on this. Like I there's better people to judge how well the movie is made. That's the one you can probably argue the most, because the truth is like, hey, you can get to this pretty fast in a discussion. The morals is the easiest. You just be like, what did it do that's evil? But the like how well it's made, it's complicated, and all three go into account when you're ranking a movie. I guess the point we were making in the previous episode, go watch it, is that truth in the movie is objective, and it does say objective things. So obviously this one makes no mistake. It has nothing immoral. And then the one thing I'll say is that as far as how it's made, there's nothing like it just hits singles with like it's well shot. It's not like groundbreaking or it does any like thing like whoa. And it's not like, it's well acted. It just, but because it's so deep, it's so Catholic, it's so true, it's so good, it's like ridiculous that the fact that it doesn't, it just like gets on base with how it's made. Like it's, nothing is bad, but nothing is like, whoa, like the Matrix, like we're talking about, like like did some things that with the camera or with the cutting or, with the performance that's like, that puts it, some movies are put on the next level by how they're made. This one is just, I'm not knocking it. So just because it's from the 40s and it's meat and potatoes, that doesn't knock it. Second best movie ever made.
And we're bringing family movie night back. Guys, I go into this segment every week not knowing what the movie is. I love me some Bill Murray, folks. I love me some Bill Murray. And, you know, I don't want to see the bad stuff. I don't want my kids to see the bad stuff. So I go to vidangel.com and I use promo code Crusade. Some people don't like the Crusades. I think they're great. I think they're really great in this circumstance to help us get the bad stuff off. You don't want to see that. I don't want to see any of it. But I do want to see Bill Murray. So go to vidangel.com, use promo code Crusade so that you can support us with your free trial and support your family. That's promo code Crusade, vidangel.com, promo code Crusade.
A Hidden Life. Now I'm very disappointed in both of you.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Wow. Here we go.
So I honestly, I
Because
don't
we talked
care.
about
I
this
don't
in
really-
a previous segment.
The previous segment. I don't really care about the thing. Like, I'm not here to defend the camera choices.
Okay.
I don't remember that stuff. Like, I can't be like, here's how I'm going to defend. Whatever. Yeah, shoot it differently. I don't know. Bring the footage. Like, let's work on it. Like, who cares? Like, I guess some people care, but
I think
would
you care.
I can. Okay, obviously, I can care about things like that. Like, I can. I will.
When you and me make films together, you do care about that.
Well, I can criticize how something's shot. That's not my point. Okay, to clarify, my point here is not, it doesn't matter how movies are shot. That's
exactly.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Like, I just went on a thing that it matters. How it's shot, put together, acted, directed, written, dialogue, all of that matters. What I'm saying is what was bad about it. It's like, okay, I'll take your word for it. They could have shot some of those scenes better. It doesn't take away from the higher. Like, there's a hierarchy of what you're of the value of the movie, and it's like as if like I gave him the example of like, let's pick on the film stock they used for Song of Bernadette. Maybe they didn't choose the best one. I think the way Hidden Life was not distracting. It didn't take away. But even if it did, I'll grant you that maybe it took you away a little bit on some scenes. Even then, it's like the length of it and what you're criticizing of the cutting and the pace.
The
like,
jump cuts,
Well, no, not the I'm talking about the length and the pace. Like, that is the strength of the movie, because that's what a good movie does. A movie that's not just caring about what the people are going to think and is the box office going to do well, and are people ready for this, and people on YouTube like quick cuts now.
What you're saying, a good movie is a long movie?
No, I'm saying that one needed to be long, because to pay off the man's life and his marriage and his sacrifice, I do think it made it better to live his life.
I didn't see many payoffs in that film.
Yeah, no, it was. You didn't see it, but it was there.
I want you to talk about the Man Escape, because Cameron and I need to jump in on this segment and kill and keep some things. So I get what you're saying about Hidden Life. We can jump into that.
Well, Hidden Life, I guess I don't need to talk about Man Escape, I guess. But one last thing, I guess, that I didn't get. I still haven't gotten to talk about the good. I just keep responding.
I keep interrupting. Sorry.
Ridiculous.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Objection. We didn't get to that. Like, it's the best marriage. It represents the sacrament of marriage. It's the best movie ever for that. Like, there's no movie that portrays the truth and goodness of marriage as that movie.
Up.
Yeah, right. Just ridiculous. So, okay. When that woman, when his wife comes in and her job is to take him like away from martyrdom, and she says no.
That was awesome.
That's better than some guys in a corporation came up with this up script that will move the most amount of people to tears because they manipulated with the music and the shots.
Wow.
All right.
That's true. Like, that's that's the payoff for spending that much time with it.
I'll buy that.
And that's
you're right.
It is like the amount of dread I felt like, as far as martyrdom, that it can be a lot worse. And like, objectively, like the fact that he was in like a 1940s camp and he got just executed, with the old martyrs of the early church, like, it gets a lot worse. I have never felt as much. I don't know how they did it, but like I felt so much dread and fear and like it was so hard to watch him go through it, because that's probably how it is. Like they were able to like put me in there in his situation. I think it's best marriage scene, best marriage movie, best martyrdom scene, and it is also very Catholic. I mean, I was gonna get into some stuff, but and then
that's fine. We just need to kill or keep. It doesn't take long for our part.
Yeah, Hidden Life. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll move on from this one. Go watch it. We'll do another episode, just me and the audience for that one.
Wow, he's getting rid of both of us.
And then,
wow, I didn't know you could do that.
Escape. It's what I love about it is how real it is, the how it portrays the truth so well without any manipulation. I think that's the strength of the film.
Is it a World War II film also?
Yeah, he's a prisoner escaping. He's a French prisoner.
I feel like I might have seen that though. It's been a long time.
51 or something, French movie, and I love the way it's. I was like, it's not done with like a big a score and the cuts and like it almost feels like a documentary of a thing, but it's done so effectively, so tastefully, and I felt like I was on the edge of my seat more than I am with the current movies that do all the things to get you excited and manipulate you and
manipulate that word.
Yeah,
there we go.
It is. It's just
that's what films are.
Yeah, and then it's superior when they're able to do that without doing anything.
Here's why I got to kill a movie, because the art of film is a manipulation tactic. That is, if films are not just an art piece to look at over there, they're transportive, transformative. They should. Manipulation is just, it's a way to minimize something that's really important. I think critical in films. I think Hidden Life critically does not transform because it doesn't transport, and that is it's a matter of style. But that's not the movie I'm killing. I actually ranked Hidden Life pretty high because I came out swinging against it just in the style. But I agree with you in an objective sense. The ending, the meaning of it, the story. I had a lot of problems with his style. And those are big problems. But I ranked that pretty high. I have to kill A Man Escaped. And I've already talked to John about this movie. But just very quickly, I'll just say that it said things that it was showing. And it's like, okay, why do you need to say something that I'm already seeing? There was voiceover that was written that didn't move the plot along. And I just thought it didn't, it was true in what it said, but it didn't say anything beyond this guy's in jail and he's trying to get out.
Okay. That's okay. It was this honorable mention, end of the train. It was the caboose. It was the caboose.
And I'm keeping The Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Christ. Yeah, let's put those 4 movies back up there. That way we can go to.
I really loved everything you said about The Passion of the Christ.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It was a great case for it.
Everything you said about The Passion of the Christ and Song of Bernadette is amazing, John. That's why you're such a great movie lover and editor. The Passion is a keep forever because it's amazing. Song of Bernadette, same thing.
Yeah.
I can't say anything about A Man Escaped, but Mr. O'Hearn did. I'm killing A Hidden Life because the style is brutality, but I love that he was a martyr. So, but there you go. Ave Maria, you now know John's top 4 movies. If you liked that clip, which I'm sure you did, then check out our other clips. And don't forget to go into the comments section and hype this bad boy. Don't make me get fat cardinal. Hype it now.